So I guess it's the Harris-Walls bumper sticker, not Donald Trump, is
Right.
basically what she's running on. You know, Sean, big picture, North Carolina, Arizona, 2 states that will likely decide the outcome of this election. You know, where does this race stand?
So two of 7 swing states we're looking at. And again, we look at the polling and it shows that it's neck and neck. All these races, these 7 races, except Nevada, Donald Trump's up by 5. They're all within the margin of error. I think the polling's off, right? I think the sampling is erring because, listen, there's so many Trump supporters out there who won't answer the phone calls from pollsters. They won't answer the questions. So then the pollsters are forced to try to guess at, if they did answer the phone, how would they vote? So I think the polling's off. And if you look at the 2 top issues, it's the economy and it's the border. On the border, importing foreign gangs, losing over 300,000 kids with the economy, having the boot of Kamala Harris on the necks of the finances of the American people. I don't think this is going to be close. I think Donald Trump is going to walk away with it, and the polls are not saying that right now, but again, I think they're off.
Well, you know why I'm going to argue with that a little bit, Sean?
Bring
It's just
it.
how you said that maybe the Republicans are not necessarily
Spicy.
going to answer the phone to the pollsters. You know who else aren't going to show up at the ballots as much? Republicans. Democrats historically get people to vote much more. They do early voting. They're much better at that. The mail-in ballots, and they get people there on Election Day. Republicans become complacent and they don't vote. So unless people go and vote, it's not going to be a landslide.
Well, no, but quick, I think you have a motivation amongst Republicans, again, when you're going to transition little kids, or you want to legalize hard drugs, or you want boys to play against girls. I know abortion's a big issue for women.
The issues are there. You just got to get people out to vote.
No, but again,
I want to get into...
That's ground game, but I think you have a motivation outside of the ground game just with Republican Trump voter. We saw that in 16, and we also saw it in 20.
Well, and one of those big issues, and also per Bill Malusian's recommendation, Griff, I want to give you on the border. Let's play some sound from Donald Trump's rally in Arizona a little bit earlier. Watch this.
Border Patrol. Border Patrol. They're the greatest people. The best people. And they want to do their job. They don't want to be held back. They want to do their job. They'll do it. They'll end it immediately. All we have to say is, do it, right? Do it. One call. Do it. I said, close the border, and the border was closed. And then we had the best numbers in the history of our country. When I win on November 5th, the migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our country begins.
So both candidates are trying to claim the high ground on immigration, but let's look at some of these numbers from the ICE detained or non-detained docket. So over 13,000 accused of homicide, nearly 16,000 accused of sexual assault. You look at all crimes overall, 425,000 individuals here, Griff. So, you know, Kamala Harris can say what she wants, but the numbers tell a story.
Well, and the
don't they?
administration likes to point out that that's accrued over multiple administrations. However, when you deal with the specific numbers, the overall non-detained docket, these are migrants that have been released into the country that they're dealing with under ICE. Because remember, Border Patrol's on the border. ICE deals with the problems internally. It nearly doubled, more than doubled, 128% increase from the last administration to this administration. There was 3.2 under the Trump, and it went over 7.4 million now. And, you know, I think that, I mean, Bill has done such a great job. He and I have spent the last 3.5 years of our lives at the border. And there were times, Lisa, in Eagle Pass, in McAllen, in Del Rio, where we would have 600, 700, 800, 1,000 migrants cross in 1 hour. And you would have 1 or 2 Border Patrol agents dealing with it, and they've had enough. They signed up to protect our border from threats. And the problem, and the reason why they talked to Bill and I to give us this information, to help us tell the story, and why they wanted the story told, is because when you've got a small number of 20, 30 agents in any sector, and you've got 3,000 to 8,000 coming on any given day, that leaves hundreds of miles of open border. And that's what we don't know what came in. And when you look at the known gotaways, that's what Border Patrol agents say keeps them up at night. That's a terror threat. That's the criminals that don't want to be apprehended, that don't turn themselves in. It was 417,000 known gotaways under the 4 years of Trump. It's more than 1.9 million now. And so when you look at the criminal non-detained docket, that's what we know about. But, you know, the thing that's so rich about this is Harris is talking about, I know how to prosecute transnational criminals. Well, you had Venezuelans that you released in Houston that raped and killed a 12-year-old 12-year-old named Jocelyn Nungare, Laken Riley, Venezuelans in Georgia. The list goes on and on.
She has the audacity to come and say to the Hispanic voters on Univision that she would put her record on the border up against anyone's record because she's done that great of a job. And I guess the story would be, because I've watched it for 3.5 years and Bill Maloogian for 3.5 years as well, and how rich. And I wonder what liberal outlets have actually fact-checked her on that to go, no, actually, this was the worst border we've had in our lifetimes under Kamala Harris as the borders.
Well, she can say whatever she wants, but facts matter. And the truth is, I'm born and raised in Arizona, and Arizona is being infiltrated not only from the south, from illegal migration, but also from the northwest. Over 300,000 people from California have moved to Arizona, which has made it so strongly purple these days. Except what's going on to Arizona, all of a sudden, it is unaffordable. Property taxes have the highest rate increase in the last 5 years. Housing prices, they can't afford it. You spend about $400 million every year just in Arizona alone for the medical care for these undocumented migrants. Arizona is becoming California light, and this is what happens when you have all the Democrats moving from one state to the other. They are completely disrupting what Arizona was.
Well, and we've also seen a record number of people on the terror watch list trying to cross into the southern border.
3,300% increase.
Well, and to your point, it's also just the unfairness of money being diverted away from taxpayers.
Fentanyl
to
ODs are still on the
aliens.
rise. Human trafficking still on the rise. All these numbers you can find anywhere. So Kamala Harris can say what she wants, but facts matter.
Well, there you go. There you have it. Nicole said it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.